Hello guys, welcome to my channel and to my second Scrawlrbox unboxing video. As you might know, I bought two Scrawlrboxes a while ago, and since it's been quite some time since my last Scrawlrbox video, I thought it's about time to open the second one. So let's have a look inside. So what do we have here? This looks like an eraser or something. No, I guess it's white charcoal. So basically I wasn't too far off. This is actually Tailors chalk, so since I'm sewing a lot at the moment, this will come in handy not only for art but also for sewing. Then we have the Scrawler sticker. And we have a blending stump. So here we have two Faber Castell Pitt Graphite matte pencils in 6B and 14B, so they are pretty soft. And then we have a Faber Castell Goldfaber, I guess, pencil. Let's have a look. It's a white colored pencil. And last but not least, we have this little box which contains apparently charcoal blocks in light, medium and dark, and graphite blocks in soft, medium and hard. So let's open this. Ooh, this looks fancy. So on the left side, I don't know if you can read it, but on the left side there are the charcoal blocks and on the right side the graphite blocks. And I have never worked with charcoal or graphite in this form before, so that's going to be quite interesting. I only used graphite pencils and charcoal pencils, so I'm very curious about these. And ooh, we have some candy. It's called Blackjack and I have no idea what it is, so I put it to the side for now. And we got the Scrawler zine, which is September 2021, so this box is almost 1 year old. Ooh, and we got a super pretty art print by Robert Dutton. And we got some mixed media paper in blue. Oh, I love the sound. It's super thick. It's 250 GSM. I'm actually quite surprised because it's been such a long time since I ordered them and I really had no idea what's inside, and I definitely didn't remember the blue paper, which is kind of interesting. So let's test all the materials. By the way, the topic is dramatic landscapes. So here we go. I think I'll start with the Tailors chalk because I'm very curious about it. Ooh, it feels actually quite waxy in comparison to the other Tailors chalk I have. Oh, this didn't work as well as I had hoped. Maybe on this side? Yes. Oh, I love the texture. Okay, I need to stop here. And I already have all the chalk on my hands. So let's continue with the Goldfaber colored pencil. This one also shows up really nicely. So the Tailors chalk is apparently a bit more vibrant. Yes, definitely. So I will use the Tailors chalk for super light highlights. Let's go to the darks. We have the 6B Graphite pencil. This looks super cool on the blue paper. I really love the look of these pencils. If you don't know them, these are Pitt Graphite matte pencils, and they are supposed to reduce all light reflections, so you get a super matte finish with almost no shine. So let's compare it to the 14B. So this is actually even darker, however, there's not much of a difference. But you actually feel that this one is a lot softer. And now, let's have a look at these bad boys. I'm actually really excited to try these out. And I think I'll start with Graphite. I hope I don't break them. Oh, this one is really hard. You can create such nice textures with these, I love it. And I'm already running out of paper. So this one is a bit softer. It seems like the edges are not straight on every side, because sometimes I will just get like the front and the end. So that will be a little difficult when drawing to find the right side. And last but not least, the softest one. No, actually it's the hardest one. Oh, and with this one I get a lot of loose pigments, so I can use my finger for smudging. Or I just use the blending stump. Which also works really well. I really can't wait to start drawing. This is so much fun already. But first, let's have a look at the charcoal. We will start with the lightest. Wow, okay, if this is the lightest, I'm very curious to see how dark the darkest one is. And we also get a lot of loose pigment. I love it. So this is the medium chalk. And the darkest one. Okay, yeah, this is super dark. I don't know what about you guys, but especially these charcoal blocks and the graphite blocks make me want to experiment and get my hands dirty, and yeah, so I'll go and wash my hands and then I'll start drawing on a new piece of paper. So, where do I even begin? I loved everything about this box. Let's start with the topic, dramatic landscapes. For me, this was an easy one. I almost immediately knew that I wanted to draw the sea, and after some inspiration from unsplash.com, I decided to draw a whale and some mountains in the back, and then just started drawing without thinking too much about it, and that felt really great. I don't know what it is, but working with charcoal feels so natural to me, even if I hardly ever work with this medium and just know the bare minimum about it. I'm way more familiar with graphite drawings, but since the graphite was also delivered in blocks this time, except for the 2 graphite pencils, it felt completely different, but in a positive way. It felt much more, I don't know, free. And I guess that's because of the blocks, because those are not made for working super precisely. These are made for bold and messy lines, and since I usually get caught up in the details of an artwork very easily, using a medium that isn't even meant for details took this pressure off my shoulders, and I didn't even think about focusing on details while using them. So that was very therapeutic. Of course I added some details with the pencils in the end, but not as meticulously as I would have done it if I had used another medium before. As I already said, I loved everything about this box. So also all the pencils that were included and the Tailors chalk were great. The whites showed up really nicely on the blue paper as well as on the graphite and the charcoal, and I would recommend everything. Well, except for the candy, because apparently it's licorice and I hate that. In the end, I was super happy with my drawing because it turned out just the way I wanted it to, which is a miracle in itself. But yeah, that's the way it is. I'm happy with my drawing. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. See you next time. Bye!